Quickly as I can, I'm going to run through banned books. This is a solo card game from Button Shy. Now, this is not yet in wild form. This is coming from the Board Game of the Month Club for 2018. So I'm going to run through how this plays, give you a little bit of feedback, and just kind of, give you a playthrough. So what you're going to need, you need a couple of tokens. This can just be coins. It does not have to be overly complicated. I just have these bits laying around, and you definitely need a D6. So how this is going to work, you're going to set up the 3 powers that be. So here are your bad guys and your victory tracks. You have a 1, a 1-2, and a 1 and a 1-3. Now, these things are double-sided, and they just go up by one number. So 1-3 becomes 1-4, 1-2 becomes 1-3, and 1 becomes 1-2. All this basically is just a level of difficulty. This is the easy difficulty. So what you're going to see, and I'm going to get this thing to autofocus. There we go. Lane 3, 3 action points. This goes from 1 to 8, and the final space here is 9. You'll see what that means in a second. So we're going to set these up. Here are our lanes 1, 2, and 3. We have 5 abilities cards. These are the abilities of the game. These don't change. These are just the way they are. You shuffle them up. We put them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this setup does matter. I'll cover why in a second. These are the banned books, the characters from the banned books. These symbols up here in the corner, we'll go over what they mean in a second, but this is basically determining, if you want to say, why they're banned, and that, symbol is, so for here is for language, violence, political, I'm saying sexual nature, I'm saying drugs for that one, obviously. So, I'm going to take Guy, there we go, there's focus, from Fahrenheit. So, set him off here to the side. Sorry, I should show you real quickly. So here is the star, is his starting stamina. This is basically his health track. Here is his power track. This ability costs 1, this ability costs 3, and here it is storing up to 3 points worth of it. Now, so we're going to start there. Put my token here on his starting spot 4. The power, sorry, I shouldn't say the power tracker, but my ability points here, I'm going to use for this. This starts off to the side. We will be green. We start in the 1 space on all these cards, but so do, these are called the powers that be. Obviously the forces that are trying to stop us, they're going to be brown. They also start in the same spot. What we're trying to do is move around these tracks. First 1 to 2 of these designated end areas wins. If we get 2, we win. If they get 2, they win. We can lose in other ways. If our stamina drops 0, we also lose there. So let's run through a few turns and give you an idea of how things go. Now, why this matters. Lane 1, and this reminder text right here. Lane 1 costs 1 action point, 2 action point, 3 action point. You do not need these coins. This is more for a demonstration. So here are my 3 action points. If I want to use this ability, it costs me 1, costs me 2, costs me 3. Well, stall, I'm going to use. I'm going to spend 2. Okay, I'm going to resolve the ability. Place a stall token on top of a power token. So I'm using blue. So I can put a stall token and put it right here on this guy. You'll see why in a second. I put this to the end of the row, flip it over. I'll try to get that a little more in frame. Let me scoot this ever so slightly. There we go. So now this is basically like in spot 6. So we're going to end there because I have 1 left over. I don't want to use this ability. You'll see why I'm doing this in a second. I don't want to use this ability. This slides down. If I have any points left over, I can then, technically, we go to movement. I can move any card, any number of spaces to the right, or I can unflip a card. Well, you know what? I really want this ability to go into frame, so I'm going to slide this guy all the way over here, flip it over. Now, these will slide down. We will roll. We rolled a 4. None of these go to 4. The tough side of this guy does, but we don't have it on tough. We have it on easy. So, I'm alright. Go to the next turn. Alright, I really want to use this progress ability because this is how I win the game. I'm going to spend, here's my new turn, here are my 3 action points. I'm going to spend all 3 of my action points. Progress, very valuable. Advance any 1 progress token or advance the progress token in this lane that number of spaces as well. This is lane 3, so I'm spending 3 to move 3 spaces. So I go from 1, 2, 3 over here to 4. So I'm very close to halfway on that one. That's awesome. Goes to the end, flips it over, shift down. We roll. 5. No damage yet. Doing all right. So, I have cards I can't use, cards I can use. So, let's see. Let's use this ability card for 2 points. So, here are my 3. I spend 2. I still have 1 left over. Ability. Advance your ability track 1 space or use your ability. Well, since I'm at 0, I'm going to go to 1. Move this over here. Flip it over. Slide these down. Now, well, actually, before I do that would be movement. I'm going to unflip this flip card so that I can actually use the card. Slide them down. We roll. 4. Let's actually try to see some damage. Apparently, I just don't want to take damage this turn. That's a lot of 4s. There we go, 2. Okay, so 2. The ones that would trigger, the 1-2 space, the 1-3 space. This guy moves up 1. This one's going to lose the stall token. That's what the stall token does. It keeps ones from progressing. A card moved. Now, my little curse word symbol is on... Here it is, on progress. If progress was face up and anything moves, I would take 1 damage for basically the reason I'm banned. For, language reasons. So, I'm not taking any damage. However, if any of these, let's just say this guy was here, he completed his track. If it is eligible and it can't move because it's completed, I would also take another stamina damage. So I could actually lose 2 stamina turns. So this does add up. But for right now, I'm doing okay. I'm on easy. Okay, new turn. New set of points. I'm going to spend all 3 for flip. Move it over here. Activate. Flip says, flip all face down action cards back to face up. So I have boom, boom, boom. Then flip itself is going to go face down. I have used all my points because I used lane 3. These slide down. Now we roll for the powers that be. And I knock everything over. I rolled a 2. Now, that means this guy moves up. This guy moves up. My progress card, the one with the matching symbol to mine, is up. So I'm going to take 1 point, 1 stamina damage. So I'm down from 4 to 3. Okay, new turn. I have my 3. I go about my business, keep shuffling these things around. If I can get 2 of these into the completed areas, I win. If I lose all my stamina before that happens, I lose. If the powers that be complete 2 of the tracks, they also win. So 2 ways to lose, 1 way to win. Rather simple game. All of the diversity comes from these different characters. They have vastly different abilities. So let's look at this guy. So if I'd use that ability card, let me find it. Here it is. So option 2, use one of your abilities. You spend the points. So if I was fully loaded here at 3, I could use either of these, but I was only at 1, so I could use Pride. Take the lane 1 spot, lane 1 action rather, and do it 3 times and flip it over. So obviously through manipulation, this card gets much more powerful. They all have various things like shuffle and redeal the actions for 1, that's not bad. Skip the powers turn. Some of these definitely have more abilities than others, and some of them have advanced options. Let's see some here. So if this guy gets to full health, he adds 1 to the powers roll, which obviously can get him out of some trouble. These allow you 1 reroll on the powers. He is special. He also, if he gets down too low, can kind of keep in there. This one has the most abilities on it, the old major from Animal Farm. As a whole, this is a very simple game. I think it teaches that conveyor belt action, probably in a smaller form than other conveyor belt games I've played, like Quest of Valeria, stuff like that. I like how quick this plays. I like how small it is. These are common components I keep with me with all my P&P stuff, so I have this stuff on me. But you can easily use coins. You just need a D6 from somewhere. That's all. Otherwise, this is very simple and easy to use. If you're interested, jump in with Button Shy. This will come out later this year in 2019 as a wallet game. There is I mean, it plays fast. It plays simply. It's a nice distraction. I think it's a good addition to a collection, especially if you're just getting into solo gaming or you want something portable to keep with you. If you start, going on business trips and stuff like that, this is pretty good for that. So hopefully this helped, and I will talk to you next time.